Some more tension with China and Hong Kong. This came from the chief executive of Hong Kong, Carrie Lam, saying the following: "At this critical moment, we must give full play to the advantages of one country, two systems. I have submitted a report to the central government and put forward specific requests for assistance as soon as possible." Mike McKee, you're reading what's happening right now with the leader of Hong Kong and the leader of China, the Chinese President Xi Jinping.
Well, they're cracking down because they're worried about the outbreak of COVID in their countries. It's all one country, according to the Chinese. But here's the thing, John. The virus is still in charge everywhere. And the interesting news of the day, along with China, is that in Europe, as you can see, cases are starting to decline, but they're nowhere near down as much as in the United States, and yet the Europeans are loosening restrictions much more quickly than we are. In Germany, Austria, France, Switzerland, the Netherlands, announcements coming that they are starting to get rid of the restrictions on people's ability to go out. China, of course, is still stuck with rising caseloads, so they're going through this we must do everything possible because they have their no COVID policy. So that leaves the question, what happens here in the United States? Next week, the Center for Disease Control is expected to reduce its mask mandate, make a change to that so we need to wear them as much. But we're still waiting to see how that plays out. The one bit of interesting good news for Americans who want to go on vacation, Disney is dropping its mask mandate as of the end of this week. Beginning February 17th, face coverings will be optional for fully vaccinated guests in both outdoor and indoor locations. It's all a reminder that no matter what happens, we still have to keep an eye on the virus.
Have you seen this quote from Xi Jinping? Just to go back to that, Mike, I just want to read that out for our audience. The Chinese president saying the following: "Hong Kong's government must take up the main responsibility to stabilize and control the pandemic as soon as possible as a mission that overrides everything. Mobilize all available forces and resources and take all necessary measures to ensure the safety and health of Hong Kong's citizens and the stability of Hong Kong's society." Mike, you've covered this stuff for a long time. Have you seen the Chinese president take such a strong line to speak so forcefully about what's happening in Hong Kong?
Well, not necessarily about what's happening in Hong Kong, although when they were going through a lot of the civil disobedience, Xi Jinping was very strong on cracking down on that. It's the COVID zero policy. His policy is there should be no COVID in China, and you isolate people and you lock down until you get rid of any outbreaks. And Hong Kong hasn't done that yet. Much of the rest of the country has. It's slowed the economy, and he's worried that we're going to see some real problems with Hong Kong, given its role as a financial center, as an export center, if they don't eliminate COVID from there.